Hi, I'm Dave, founder of Halloween Year Round. I'm here with my lovely wife, Jess.
Hello!
And both Lucy and Lily. Girls, say hi.
Hi.
Where are we?
Monster Mania.
We are here at Monster Mania 57 in Oaks, Pennsylvania. We're very, very excited. They got the really cool Scream reunion here. They got the cast and crew of Terrifier 2 here. Just a lot of cool people.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
We got a couple people from Five Nights at Freddy's. A lot of cool vendors, a lot of cool cosplayers. Let's go inside. All right, here we are inside. How's everybody doing? Lucy, who are you dressed as?
Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger. So I'm standing here with Dewey Pool. How are you?
I'm great. Just watching out for Ghostface. You're not breaking any laws, by the way, are you?
No, I try not to.
Okay. I'm going to take you at your word because I'm a very bad cop.
I try not to. Wait, did you say you're looking out for Ghostface?
Yes. I don't know where he is. I'm looking out. I'm going to protect the people of Woodsboro and, and make sure Ghostface doesn't get them. I don't know where he is, though. I haven't been able. He's a very elusive guy. I have no clue where he is. Maybe some of you have seen him. Let me know if you've seen him.
He almost looks offended that you don't see him.
Who?
Ghostface.
Oh my God!
Yeah, Lucy, what's that? Look, Lily. It's Leatherface plushies. Yeah, Leatherface plushies. That's cool. Talking to it.
What do you have to say?
That's me. Hi. It's me, Lucy. Hi. This was your Halloween round.
Lily, I'm gonna get you. Hey. Oh, hey. Found you.
The museum. Spare Halloween. And we're at Monster Mania. And we go home when it gets dark. And Monster Mania closes when it gets dark. Bye.
Campus, I BA the crowd as I'm up on the balcony, and there's the words "Eat Me" written on my buttocks, if you remember them. So I'm waiting to do the scene, and there's a grip standing behind the where I'm supposed to get onto the balcony, and I say to him, I go, listen, I have a Sharpie here. Would you mind writing "Eat Me" on my butt? And he kind of looked at me and went, yeah, sure, bro. So I pulled my pants down and I had him write that on my butt. And that was my paying homage to Animal House, if you remember at the end of the movie with the cake in the parade, and it said "Eat Me" on it. So that was why I did that. And they didn't know I was going to do that. I wasn't even supposed to BA anyone, I just did it. But I did a lot of that during the movie, and they just let me run with it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And actually, who's the character who played Stifler in Animal House? Sean Williams. Was it? Right. So I went to the premiere of American Pie, and he came up to me and pulled me aside and went, "Dude, I just want you to know that I stole everything you did from Dead Men on Campus to create Stifler." Right? And then he went on to sign $20 million movies. About filming White Chicks? Oh, absolutely sniffing those panties. Without a doubt. I made Marlon and Sean wear them for a week each. No, I didn't. No, those panties were straight out of a package. I make sure I tell people that. I'm not a method actor. I don't really care what they smell like. I think I can react to it. But yes, I don't know. Again, the guy who played my partner, Eddie Velez, we came up with tons of those scenarios about who would do, right? And so we would we'd come up with like each scene. There was, one ended up on the cut. We'd come up with 20, and Keenan would just pick which one he liked the best. So again, just a ton of the improv was fun. I enjoyed improving the locker room scene. I remember the props person showing me the Polaroid to say, hey, this is the Polaroid. And I remember looking at it and going, oh my God. And then I handed it back because I was thinking about the improv. And then when we did the junkets for the movie, so when we do all the press for 3 days, basically someone from the studio sits in the room and they have a stopwatch and they give the reporters 4 minutes. So they go, and the reporters, so we're in there for 12 hours, every 4 minutes a different report. But everyone walked in the room and went, so, the Polaroid. And I totally had forgotten about it because I was just concentrating on the improv of the scene, right? So, to this day, that Polaroid was an actual crew member on the show. But I don't know who. It was a real Polaroid. It wasn't Photoshop or anything. It was a real Polaroid.
But the Christmas horror subgenre has always been one of my favorites, especially the original Tales from the Crypt movie from the 70s. I don't know if you've ever seen that, the episode with Joan Collins, where she's murders her husband, she's trying to cover it up, and then she's simultaneously being attacked by maniac Santa Claus. And then they remade it for the TV show Tales from the Crypt in the 90s. Robert Zemeckis made it. So those two in particular, and then the original Black Christmas, that's the vibe that I'm going for with this film. And all the amazing Christmas scenarios you could possibly imagine putting Art the Clown in are going to be in this movie. It's so exciting. So it's going to be good. You're going to like it. Yeah, when I was young, I'd say probably my early 20s at this point, always trying to come up with scenarios for cool little horror short films. And I just came up with a scenario of a woman being harassed by a clown on a bus. It just started with that little idea. I had no idea who Art the Clown was. I didn't know this clown was going to look like Art the Clown or act like him. But I love that scenario because it's grounded in reality and it can be very effective and creepy, kind of like the way the pizzeria scene unfolds in part one. So I like someone being stuck, confined to an environment with some kind of threatening force, and they kind of, they're stuck there, they can't get out of it. So,
oh gosh, yeah, that was fun. This seems to be a trend that happens on these films where the cops come, and they just happen to so, I mean, at this point, when we're filming the night, it was about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. We're racing the sun, and people were starting to head to work there in New Jersey. And so we had still filming walking in from outside. So I'm walking across the street, coming inside, covered in blood and everything like that. And then we move on to this scene where I'm basically sitting there naked. And having to put the clothes on the thing, and so I'm fully naked, and people are driving by going to work, and I hear cars honking. I'm like, oh great, they can see me. Great. And I'm sitting down there after we had finished doing that take, and all of a sudden a cop car shows up, and I'm like, oh no. And Dave's like, Dave, it'd be fun if you just totally just go mess with the cops right now like this. I'm like, no, dude, I don't want to die. And of course, it has to be a very attractive female cop that comes out too, and she's like, comes in there, I'm like, oh no, of course this happens. She's like, so I hear there was a bloody clown scene coming into this laundromat. I'm sitting there with a newspaper covering me at this point. I'm like, hi, it was me. She's like, oh, do you mind standing up? And I'm like, you don't want me to stand up right now.
Well, those were a couple really cool panels. Just walking around now, gonna talk to some vendors, maybe meet some cosplayers, see some creepy clowns in the background. It's a fun time. So I'm standing here with Art the Clown, where he's decided to give us an exclusive interview where he will tell us how Terrifier 3 ends. So how does Terrifier 3 end? Well, there you have it, people. We've just given away the ending of Terrifier 3. Thanks for being with us, Art. Please don't murder me. Will the real Michael Myers please stand up? Uh-oh, they're gonna kill me.
Hello, my name is Aaron. I'm with Amber Keep Art, also known as Amber Griffin Armory, and we do taxidermy, cosplay, and artwork. All of our specimens come from all over the world. We have an import license. We get them from breeders, zoos, arboretums, exterminators. A lot of those places and people will sell you the carcasses of things that can no longer live at, sanctuaries and stuff.
My name is Laura, and I'm here with Game of Ham. Game of Ham is like describable as Cards Against Humanity meets a board game story, but worse, if you will. And we added a bunch of different components to the gameplay, if you want me to explain to you. So we have the answer cards that have little flavor text at the bottom of each card, so in case you do not know what it means, it explains it to you. So no more awkward Google search histories, which also means you don't have to explain to your grandma what a strap-on is. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Hi, I'm Tracy. This is Lave Soap, and my soap is inspired by everything pop culture. It's really born of these conventions. If you see the artwork on all of my boxes, it's curated through all the different wonderful artists that I've met throughout the years doing these conventions. And we've just collaborated to bring all of our convention nerds, geeks, and mistresses of the night really great stuff.
Walking down Tattoo Alley, have a bunch of people and tattoo artists. Jess was saying that I should consider getting one. However, I reminded her that if you get a tattoo, you now have an identifying mark on you, and it makes it easier if like the feds are after you for whatever reason. So I like to not have any identifying marks. I like to be able to disappear quickly if I need to, for no reason in particular, just cause.
What's my favorite scary movie? Well done with the question. There's a movie called The Changeling with George C. Scott that was made in the early 90s that to me was terrifying.
So you're not old enough to watch it, though?
No. You're not old enough to watch any horror movies. Dad.
Tell her how much you like Ghostface.
I like Ghostface so much.
You like Ghostface so much? You've seen these movies? Dad, we need to talk later. Okay, parts of it. Okay. You're very brave because I struggle to watch these movies, so. Well done.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
How about you? What's your favorite scary movie?
Yeah, what's your favorite? Coraline.
Coraline.
Yeah, she's currently obsessed with Coraline.
Oh my gosh. Well done.
Thank you.
Hi. Well, do you have time? No. For me, I think a good performance always comes down to the script initially. The words have to be good and believable, and it has to be something that an audience is going to engage in. For me, I like to create a history for the character. I like to really think of who they were prior to, what their history was, and sort of delve deep into that, and then find parts of myself that I relate to the character. And then that's where I start from. How does it feel to play Sydney? I mean, it's an honor to play Sydney. To be the gal who got to play a character who is not a victim, who overcomes, who is not your typical horror film female character, who's a fighter, who has inspired that in people, is a great honor. I had no idea. I knew the script was great. I loved Sydney's journey in the first one, but I had no idea the effect that she would have, the impact that she would have on people, and it really.
If you put this like Neve Campbell on, you could just be standing there with all these people on the okay. And then he says, it would be great if you were like sort of the leader of these people. Okay. He said, would you put this bicycle to this guy's chest? Sure. Next thing I know, I was in the whole movie. I just showed up just to watch the film. What's that?
How did you become a rock star?
Oh, well, you start when you're about your age. Start playing guitar right now. Listen to all the right people. I tell every young band, they go, what should we do? I said, listen to the Beatles. They were the best songwriters. So listen to me. And then for the energy level, watch Pete Townsend. Pete Townsend's 77 years old and he's still angry. His knuckles are still bleeding when he plays the guitar, and that's the attitude you want to rock and roll. So, well, Tim Burton and Jim and John were both big Alice fans, and they both wanted me to do Black Friday, Black Friday, and that was their favorite song. And I went, sure, I'll give you that. Now, if you remember, the movie takes place in 1972, so they had to do this thing, this kind of cosmetic thing, where they have all kinds of things on their face, and they actually take you back to 1972 to what your face looked like in 72. Really interesting how they did it. And they wanted me to be in it, and I said, okay, I've never met John before. So, that was like the first place. It was like a lifelong relationship that I had. And what was that part of it? How was it working with Tim Burton? Oh, Tim Burton was great. We ended up, the vampires played Europe, and we ended up in Transylvania. And we went to Castle Dracula. And Tim Burton went with us. So here's the Hollywood vampires and Tim Burton in the castle. And they had a dinner for us there. And you said, dinner. I mean, this was the real deal. I said, this is perfect. I can't think of anybody else I'd want in here, other than these people. But it was really pretty creepy. You wouldn't want to spend the night there. Mike Myers. Mike Myers guy.
So Patrick, you finally got Neve Campbell's autograph and a picture.
Yes, I did.
And how long did that take you?
Nearly 4 hours.
That's dedication. Show it to us. What'd you get?
Got it. The original Scream poster signed. And with her quote, "Don't F with the original" from the 4th movie. I have to say, she's really cool. I mean, she's very nice. I, thanked her for being in all the Scream movies, and like I said, just shared a, very short but memorable story of meeting, of how I got into reintroduced into horror. Actually, thanks to you and her movies.
So it was worth the 4-hour wait.
You know what? Yeah. Even though I would have liked to have, spent a little more time around, I still, had a good time. I mean, I still at least got a chance to talk with a lot of different people and, getting a chance to know them. So that's always worth the experience, hanging out with other horror fans.
Hey, it's Mike Schiff, director of The History of Metal and Horror. It's a documentary that explores the history of metal, horror, and how they both came together over time. I was inspired by Kirk Hammett, who put on the Fear Fest Evil convention in California in 2014. And after attending the convention, I realized that there hadn't yet been a documentary made on the connection between the two big genres that we all love here. So it took about 6.5 years, and I put together the documentary that consists of about 65 interviews with everyone from Rob Zombie to Alice Cooper to John Carpenter, Tom Savini, and a whole bunch more. So hope you'll come check it out, and I think you'll like it.
My name is Adam. I'm the owner and creator of Murder Memes. We like to say it's kind of at the epicenter of horror meets pop culture and comedy. So started originally with this Murderverse poster that went viral, was shared a lot of times, shared by Damien Leone, Art the Clown, and kind of went a little bit crazy. And then little by little started doing a little bit more horror print, historical prints, because that's kind of, I love horror and art. So put those things together, and now slowly, little by little, I've done a little bit more on socials, a lot of video memes and things like that have, kind of just started as the brand. So now I'm here selling stuff.
Hi, I'm Tucker. I'm the editor of Dracula Beyond Stoker. Dracula Beyond Stoker is a fiction journal that is dedicated to celebrating and continuing the legacy of Bram Stoker's Dracula. And by that I mean that we have writers from around the world that write short stories using Stoker's characters as a jumping off point. Each issue features between 10 to 12 new stories, a classic reprint, usually a nonfiction piece, and a poem.
If someone were interested in contributing as a writer, how could they do that?
If you go to dbspress.com, there's submission guidelines for both art and for stories.
They do say that coloring books can be very soothing and lower the blood pressure, especially ones about killer sharks, killer dads, and killer deadites, zombies. Have we established what Jason is? I don't think anyone actually knows.
Stuff, Disney. Also, yeah.
So you're Christmas shopping.
Obviously. That's the whole point.
And who are you Christmas shopping for?
I can't say. Because they might see this.
But it's at this table here.
Maybe not. You're just gonna have to wait till Christmas to find out.
Guys, control your excitement. This is to everybody in the back. Alice Cooper just told me. He's like, I love your ghost hunting show. So I was like, you watch it? I was so honored. The ghost thing is getting bigger. Jack called me up. We did aliens. That was crazy as shit. We saw some things in Utah. I think we saw the Skinwalker. I don't know if you guys know what that is. But Jack is just most knowledgeable in this area. He's incredible with it. And I did the ghost show. So I want to do more. I think it'd be cool to do something with Danielle and Scout. And Jack's got a new pod, and it's called Ghost and Grit. And we just did it. We go down the rabbit hole. And I think more and more people like to talk about conspiracies because, how many conspiracies do we have left that aren't true? Yeah. So so we like to talk about it. So we'll probably do more. Awesome. And hopefully it'll be, I want to go to Brazil. There's supposed to be this place in Brazil with a portal.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to find a portal. Yeah.
Are you ever going to do Malibu's Most Wanted 2?
Oh.
And if you do it, can I be in the movie?
Oh, shit. Chandra?
Hey, Bill.
Can you be in it? We might be able to get, I don't think I could do Malibu's 2 now. Did you guys, anybody here see Malibu? Somebody yelled at me today. I was getting my coffee. They're like, what's up, Malibu?
We love that.
And I was like, thanks, dude. I remember that job.
We love it.
But I love it when people shout out old jobs to me. And I thought, like, imagine if I did that to people. What if I was like, what's up, Bed Bath & Beyond? Smoothie. I would like to do Malibu too. I have a script. But it's 2023 and people get offended if you fart too loud. So I don't know if comedy is allowed anymore. So comedy loud, all right. You know I'll get you in. We'll get you one of B-Rad's Little Fly Girls. I auditioned for Randy. And I auditioned a lot. And then I thought I was gonna lose the role and then it was a big process, but yeah, it was like a huge break. I got a huge break. And Wes Craven really took a chance on me because I really didn't have many credits. So once he did that, the rest is history. But it's a long, crazy story, but yeah, I auditioned and eventually.
Okay, first off, happy Veterans Day weekend. Thank you for your service to the country. Appreciate it.
I was in the Navy 150 years ago. 1958 through 1960, USS William R. Rush, EBR 714 out of Newport, Rhode Island. That was our home base. Port. If Tommy Lee Wallace was here, he would be able to address that better than me. But it was John Carpenter's original intention to write an anthology series of Halloween movies, which means each story would be totally different. And there are millions of Halloween stories. And the Kahn family, who produced and moneyed, financed the original Halloween, said no. No to that idea because Michael Myers made a fortune on the first one, and we want to make a fortune, so you will make all Halloween movies about Michael Myers. Except, okay, Halloween 3 has already been greenlit, but you cannot call it Season of the Witch. It has to be called Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. And so when it came out, people think Halloween 3, well, here comes Michael. Where the hell is Michael Myers? And that's, Tommy wrote a book called just that, Where the Hell is Michael Myers? And explained the whole thing. Anyway, that's long and short of it. I would love to have seen John make an anthology series, and I have a feeling had he been able to do that, he would have used many of the same actors in many of the same movies, like Jamie Lee and me and a bunch of other people. Kurt probably got Kurt in there and stuff.
I love Adam Sandler and met him back then, and I played basketball with him. He's just such a great person, just an amazing guy. But that film was really a wonderful experience. I got to work with like heroes of mine, you know. And just remember Chris Farley during the ending part. I was just so in awe of him. And I don't know, Lemmy was there, you know, it's just such a surreal experience.
Thumbs up and you come out to Yale and you're alive.
Yeah. That was Wes again. I mean, on the first one, I was supposed to die, my character was supposed to die in Scream 1. But then Wes said, David, we're gonna bring you in, we're gonna put you in a gurney, and we don't know, you might make it, you might not. So they rolled me in once, and I'm just kind of like, ugh. And then we did a second take, and he's like, okay. And this one just, I think I gave a thumbs up in that one too, or like a wave or something. So this one just give a little like, we know you're all right. I was like, thanks, Wes. I'm so happy to know that I might not be dying, but then I didn't know until I saw it. And this is a really funny story. So I used to work at a newsstand on Melrose in Los Angeles, and we'd all hang out there. And I had just done Scream. I was sitting there at the newsstand, and in LA, I don't know if they do it around here, but they'll go around, they'll say, hey, we have a screening for a movie, and if you could come see it, and then you'll fill out a piece of paper and say what you feel about it, they'll take your suggestions or whatever. I was like, great, let me see. And I looked at it, and it was the description of Scream. I had just finished filming this movie, so I was like, sure, I'll go see it. And then I go to Paramount, and I go on the line, I'm waiting in the line, and then someone saw me, and they're like, David, you can't be here. And I was like, no, they invited me. And they're like, okay, you have to get in the back. So I saw a really early cut. And my favorite part about that, they put me right in the back, but my favorite part is I was with Wes, and I got to watch Wes, watch an audience, watch his film, like for the first time, or one of the first times. It was just such a great experience, because he'd be like, and he'd watch, and they go, ah! And then they all laugh, and he'd like chuckle about it. He got such a kick out of that. I got even a bigger kick out of it.
Hi, my name is Gabrielle Katniss. I am the owner of Cat's Candles. Most people call me Kat, but again, my name's Gabrielle. I started this in high school. This is my full-time job, and because of candles, I get to go up and down the East Coast, selling candles, meeting people, meeting celebrities, and everything in between. It is amazing. Everything you see is handmade. Most of the stuff I've got here is horror themed because of the convention, obviously. And then my staple, wherever I go, is what I call the whip wax candle. It is my favorite thing to make. It's the hardest thing to make, but it's the number one thing people enjoy. So they come with me everywhere, and I usually don't bring many home because they're in your houses. So I love making those. They're my favorite thing, and then I promote them all the time on my Instagram, Cat's Candles 2020, and I make custom candles as well. So I love talking about those too.
Hi, I'm Bianca Crespo. I'm the founder of Santa Mira Studio.
I'm a full-service production studio in the Lehigh Valley and Greater Philadelphia area. I'm here at Monster Mania selling my latest poetry collection right here. It is Bury Me in Your Rose Garden. And if you like scary stories to tell in the dark, that kind of vibe, that is probably for you right there. I also have a bunch of films on YouTube if you want to check that site. And just excited to be here today.
So I'm standing here with the one and only Captain Spaulding, who did not die in 3 from Hell, as evidenced here. Captain, can you tell us a little bit about your presidential campaign?
Yeah, it's going a bit crazy now, considering all the clowns that aren't even wearing makeup that are running. I kind of figured I got to put my hand in the ring. If so many clowns are going to be running in that campaign, someone's got to vote for Captain Spaulding. I got to make some good damn chicken. For every vote that you put in the 2024 presidential campaign, you will get some fried chicken delivered to your household at 5% off. And Captain Spaulding, courtesy of Captain Spaulding, for sure. If you're going to vote for a clown in 2024, might as well be Captain Spaulding for dear.
You heard it here first, folks. So what do we get this year? We got a very cool turnaround, a very cool shirt with Jigsaw on the back of it. What else did you get this weekend?
Stuff.
Is that all you're allowed to show on camera?
I could show some more.
She can show some more. We're eager with anticipation. What's in there? Any severed heads? She said maybe, so, that's a yes. What is that?
This is a book of poems by a lovely author, a few rows down. and she signed it for the Halloween year-round family.
I think I saw her earlier today. I'm pretty sure she's one of the ones I talked to.
Good. I told her that you'd be around. I told her you would.
All right, so is that all we can show off for now?
Yeah, probably.
All right, well, it's been a very fun weekend. Saw a lot of panels, met a lot of cool people. Always enjoy these things. I love the Oaks location. It's the closest to where we live. It's the most space. And, I mean, I wish it was here all the time.
Yeah.
So, as always, like, share, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. If you don't, you may end up with a skeleton hand reaching out of the grave for you.
Yeah.
And as always, every day
is Halloween.
What she said.